Welcome, Virgo. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot getting ready to do a timeless meditation for you following the full moon in Pisces, which is still resonating in the air. Welcome to all of you who are new, and to those of you that I know well. I appreciate you spending your time here. I have laid out the African Tarot. I'll clarify with the Guardians of the Night Tarot. And I'll finish off with one or two of the Oracle decks, Starry Beginnings and Soul's Journey. I will be creating an extended reading from this reading, and I will include the link to that in the description box below. So I will remind you at the end of this reading if it resonates for you or if this is entertaining for you. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. So let's get started, Virgo, with your overall energy for this meditation, the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is the explorer, is the quester, and I see this exploration occurring after a gradual and very deliberate opening up of your heart and your desires. This is you recognizing that you deserve to pursue those things that are most significant to you. You may have been inspired by a recent lesson that you've learned or experience you've had. You may have sought the exposure to new ideas, new ways of doing things, and you're particularly now committed to exploring all the ways that you could express yourself, your particular skills and talents in new ways, seeking unfamiliar terrain or activities or relationships that will help you to hone in and target your specific goals, those things that you feel will supply your needs and bring you the success and joy that you are deserving. In the area of your healing journey, what you're bringing to this particular way that you're seeking to improve your life is this beautiful gift of self-healing. And I believe this is the lesson, the acceptance of self that you're now welcoming into your life. You're applying this after you have been inspired by a recent development in your relationships or even your business. Some new exposure has sparked your desire to fill yourself up with the love, attention, care, and nurturance that is helping you to move forward in this inspired way, in this new inspired direction, in this way in which you desire to build something that expresses who you are. This is a natural prompt and motivation to this exploration, this desire to accept yourself, to forgive yourself, quite possibly for long years of serving others, which is very characteristic of your sign, Virgo. You are servers. You are the innocents in many ways, and believe your diligence towards others and towards taking care of your environment, your craft, the people in your lives was what you were supposed to be doing, what you were destined to do. And you actually come into an awareness and an acceptance, a seeing of yourself that sees much, much more, that you are now recognizing you can tend on your own behalf. So this is a beautiful flowering and opening up of your creative ability, your imagination, your desire to nurture and care for yourself. In the position of where your next step, where you're going with this process of improving your life, is the Empress. This is really about being the love that you're now learning is anchoring your pathway to success. So the Empress is all about abundance, and particularly creatively, she, regardless of your gender, is all about being into this ability to create abundance, to generate ideas that can potentially yield a great harvest. I always use the image of nature, the artist in the Thoth deck, or of Mother Nature. More commonly, we see the lessons and models that she provides as being prompts and a metaphor for the creative process. So here you are emboldened by your own ability to give to yourself, to create your own ideas, to fulfill your own desires, that is now generating new ideas, new pathways, new efforts at not only generating the pathway, the product, the services, the creative expression that you now see as your cultivation, but really learning to receive the benefits of your efforts. And by receiving them, I mean, of course, we receive the benefits of our efforts in a myriad of ways, but my sense is that you have often given this away, misunderstanding that the things that you create from your own heart, from your own desire, are meant to benefit you first and foremost. It's sort of this cup-filled metaphor of giving, loving from a full cup of self-love, of self-generosity. And that's what you're encouraged to experience as you really are stepping into this higher power of love. And this is a beautiful metaphor for you because the Empress is actually pregnant. And one of Virgo's symbols is the Virgin. So this shows a kind of natural evolution and development, a gestation, a fecundity of the Virgin's natural ability to be a pure vehicle. I hope I'm making sense, but you are definitely stepping into a fuller power, personal power than you have ever known. In your present, we have the Lovers, and this is starting to create a story about choices that you're making. I've already described a shift on your path of love, self-care, nurturance, fueling this particular power. But the Lovers is indicating that you have a decision to make about lovers or not, engaging in a relationship or not, or perhaps you have two choices. And this relationship is not necessarily or solely about an individual, a group of individuals, a bevy of admirers. It is also about your commitment to your path, to your skill, to your desire, to your success. And I'm seeing a lot of opening out of a new kind of potential for you. So the Lovers is you really deciding what is going to support your long-term security, stability, and value. What has significance for you in a way that you can sustain or can be sustainable. In the past, we have the Death card. You have, as I kind of sensed in the beginning, have really undergone a major release of experiences, relationships perhaps, a way of working that is no longer serving you. You've cleared away a lot from your plate. You've released a lot of failures, a sense of failure, a sense of disappointment, a sense of having made wrong choices is being released from you as you forgive yourself. And this is really part of this beautiful healing energy that is coming in for you, that you are allowing yourself, clearing the decks so that you can make space for this rebirth. And this rebirth is fueled by your intention to serve your own potential. And this is a bit of a reversal for you and for many of us. Understanding our obligations in the world to be one thing, and actually through difficult experiences where our efforts perhaps were not honored or seen, we begin to realize that our real path is towards fulfilling our potential, being the change that we want to see in the world. So you've definitely done a lot of changing. You've pursued change. Change has occurred to you even if you didn't want it. So you are really clearing. In the past, you've made way for the experience that you're now having. In the future, the Knight of Pentacles. It's interesting to me because both these knights are about, one is about questing, pursuing, being inspired, being determined, charging forward to articulate or express yourself, articulate your vision. The Knight of Pentacles is about, now I'm doing the work to build that. And the work I do to plan and build, to move procedurally towards the manifestation of this desire, is opening up a doorway to my prosperity. It's opening up the gifts of abundance for me. And for you, an earth sign, absolutely, security and stability are paramount to why you're here, how you serve, why you serve. But you're also understanding that whatever you have, that there is really no limit to that, that you have a unlimited opportunity to pursue more prosperity, even wealth on your own terms. This is something you're building for the long haul, and this is why the choices you're making are so critical right now. And I see fundamentally that you're making a choice to serve your own goals and desires. And this for you is where the revolution is occurring. And you're doing that thoughtfully based on these experiences that you've had of releasing. I'm going to clarify the Lover's card here with the Three of Cups and the Hierophant. Interesting. So the Three of Cups is telling me that you are supported, that you are assisted, that when you ask for help and you are learning to ask for help, you are finding that assistance available to you. In fact, the greatest gift you're giving yourself is the ability to receive the support that you need, to receive the assistance you request. But it is the recognition that you are deserving of assistance that is part of this personal, I'm calling it a revolution because the Death card and the Ace of Cups point so clearly to a whole holistic change in your life. And this is not something that happened overnight. It probably is really keyed in with the movement of Pluto to Capricorn. But specifically, this move of this full moon in Pisces really pointed to this relationship you're building with yourself as the result of perhaps disappointments, failures in your relationships. And this relationship to yourself is really based on what is best for you, what is going to allow you to create the sustainable and long-term vision that you have. And that vision is about articulating what you know. The Hierophant here means that you've learned some hard lessons. You've been through some very challenging tasks. And again, I'm linking the Death card to what you have been forced to learn. You have not chosen these lessons consciously, but unconsciously you have. You have served to your own detriment. You've given away much of your power under the mistaken obligation that you understood to be yours, and that was the caretaking of others exclusively, to the exclusion of yourself in some critical way. You felt you were doing what you needed to do in progressing your career, but at some level you have assumed the role of a gatekeeper. And part of that is ultimately the role of a teacher. You're teaching by recognizing that you always have something more to learn. You are tending to your own growth and progress, and that in turn allows you to model and support those acolytes, your students, those that are looking for the information and the professional path needed to move forward in a particular way, in a particular arena that's relevant to the work that you do. So you may be, in many ways, an educator at some level. This is fundamentally more about the embrace, the commitment to lifelong learning, and that even at whatever stage you're at in your life, which could be somewhat advanced, you are now understanding and appreciating your ability to learn, your ability to share information in a new way. In many ways, your responsibility to others is part of how you've come to finally accept this lesson of how to ask for help. You certainly know how to give it. I'm hoping that this is resonating for you. I'm going to pull a Soul's Journey card to finish this up, and I hope if this reading is resonating for you, you will share this video with someone you know who may need it, and you will subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. And of course, finally, I am going to create the extended and connect the link in the box below. So I have balance. I bring a balance of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. This is absolutely stunning, Virgo. Thank you so much for your time. Until next time, namaste.